Alright, there we go. Got gold. Oh, man. So I'm assuming with the announcement that the next update is coming in June. It seems so far away. Anyway, I'm assuming the carnival's going to stay for another month, but I don't really know. I mean, who knows? But one thing's for certain, I need a couple more million. I didn't get everything I want to get out of the carnival quite yet. I need a few more pieces. I'd like to fine-tune my jackpot set a little bit here, and then I still have a few pieces on my wall squire that are not yet at 25% hardy. So I definitely need to get a few million more. Alright. Hopefully some folks join in here before too long. It's real early for me. Normally I don't live stream anywhere near this early, but it's Friday night and I'm off work. And that's my new days off have changed. I'm off Thursday, Friday now. So I used to be off Saturday, Sunday. So that's going to allow me to do some Friday night streaming now, instead of the usual old Saturday night stuff. Anyway, anyone that's watching is more than welcome to join. I just doing some gold farming. Of course, no pets, no abilities, just R2. That's the only kills you should have, and that way that gold sphere will proc. Anyway, just gonna get all set up here. It's a bit overkill, especially if some folks join up. Or I'm sure somebody will. It's a matter of when. The juiced DD2 PS4 community is definitely growing, and we're getting quite a few more members. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, I still need to level up a dedicated gold farming squire, but in the meantime I'm using my builder. Now of course you want jackpot on everything, and I don't even have an ideal jackpot set, but it is enough to get me like 140 to 150,000 gold per run on this map. But you see, I got jackpot on every piece. The more the merrier. Anyway, pretty mixed set, but enough to do some quality jackpot farming for sure. So let's go ahead and get it going. I'm not going to do too many upgrades, I don't think. You end up upgrading so much. Oh, I forgot to pop my buffs. I wanted to pop my buffs to, when you buff up, this thing goes so fast, and you can, add in the run speed. And it's just insane how fast it goes. I didn't pop my buffs, and I didn't check my spheres. I definitely jumped the gun here a little bit, but just one wave. It looks like, I'm still getting gold drops, so I'm assuming that my spheres are correct, but I didn't check. Made sure I switched back to my jackpot setup. Yeah, I'm getting the Hero Gold Sphere is definitely popping here. Anyway, I've yet to do this in a 4-man group. The most I've seen is a 3-man group, and it really goes quick. And of course, the quicker you get it done, the faster your gold per hour would be, as you're going to get the same amount no matter how fast. I mean, you're going to get the same amount per run, no matter what. Now, you have luckier runs than others, obviously. My best run was about 200,000, and my worst is probably about 80,000. So there's a wide range on what you get. It depends on how much that gold sphere procs. I'm gonna check my spheres and buff up here. Make sure I got this all dialed in here before I get moving. Alright, so yeah, I do have both gold spheres in. Let's throw some buffs on and speed this. Guess that one's not needed, the popcorn machine, but I got so many now. I think that's all we're doing. Looks about right. Basically, the only tower buff I use is the tower health, and it's not really necessary. It's just I've got so many bazillions of buffs that I don't mind wasting a few. But the main thing really is giving yourself a little bit more damage, especially considering I've got a little bit of a mixed set. I want most things to die with one swing, you know? And it's a way to get rid of all those buffs. As I remember on the PC, oh, I sold. I couldn't even tell you how many. I bet I sold 1,000 buffs just to get them out of my bag. I had so many of them. That might be exaggerating, but several hundred at least for sure. I don't know, it probably was 1,000. There's 10 per stack, and I mean, I had stacks and stacks and stacks. Get a couple of upgrades in play there. Yeah, I had mixed emotions on Friday night. Friday nights, the wife has to work, so that basically frees me up for an entire night of gaming, which you know, needless to say, I'm not bitching too much about that. But I wasn't sure what I wanted to do tonight. I'm not really ready. I haven't done the Harbinger grind yet. I did it a few times. I've done it probably 10 times on the PS4. Just because I've done it so many times on the PC, right now I think my best upgrades I can get are off the wheel until the carnival is gone. What up, Heroic? How you doing? Oops. Alright, and from here I don't think I really need to do any more wall upgrades. I can just throw one or two around here and there as they get beat up. But yeah, anyway, I'm not 100% squared away. I got, you know, obviously the item power 700 gear from the wheel is like, that's the best possible gear you can get at the moment, as far as just like standard armor pieces or whatever. Now, of course, none of the specialty weapons or anything dropped. The PC had an update, what, a week ago, with the new map, the old tribute to Foundries and Forges there from the original Dungeon Defenders. But I haven't been playing on the PC, as I know now I'm within 2 months away of the PC and the PS4 being all caught up. And I plan on playing Dungeon Defenders for a really long time. So other than just popping in to check out new things, I'm really not playing on the PC at all at the moment. You can't, you definitely can't grind. The masks don't do anything. I actually sell those as soon as I get them. It's just a cosmetic thing, just for fun. But it's like the fireworks. more of annoying how many of them you get in your bags than really anything else. I'm not really the mask wearing type. I'm pretty happy with my costumes and whatnot, but you won't find me running around with too many masks. I just would rather have that inventory space for something useful. Yeah, anyway, anyone that pops into the stream that is in the Juiced DD2 community, feel free to join me, farm up some gold. Just hero kills only. I mentioned it in the chat there of the community before I started the stream. So anyone's welcome to join. Yeah, they're fun to play with, you know, if you're playing with friends or whatever, but the masks are unnecessary. Now the buffs, obviously you get a million buffs too, and the buffs do help you. As you see, I've got buffs up right now. I'm using them with everything just because I have so many of them. It's a way to feel like I used them. Because I've sold a bunch of them too, just to get them out of the inventory. I actually turned, I don't know how the scavenger is going to work here, but since this is all low level gear that I don't care about, I figured I would not bother selling them. Now hopefully I get the carnival tickets. I'm going to have to check the scavenger after a run and look and see exactly what he picked up. You wouldn't think it would pick up the carnival tickets, but who knows. Yeah, but anyway, with all of the awesome legendary gear and whatnot you can get off the wheel, it's just it becomes hard to just fill your inventory slots with just junk. And I'm amazed that I've kept as many buffs as I did, even though I have sold a few of them. And even the pet items as well, you can get an overwhelming amount of them, more than you'll need for quite some time. And you get all those just from playing the game anyway, so it was nice to get all of those rerolls, all the ability rerolls for the pets, but I've pretty much done what I wanted to do there too. I've got you know, poisonous tips, pet, a sandstorm pet. Most of the pet abilities I didn't really care about. I'll probably actually end up leveling up those gold carnival pets at some point. Now, when the new update comes as well to the PlayStation, you'll be able to buy those pet boosters from the with wyvern tokens. Which those things are pretty awesome as well. I burned through my ones I got for completing the monthly mission really quickly. I've only got a couple left. But when they go for sale, there's two different types. There's a large one and a small one. There's all kinds of cool stuff that gets added in with wyvern tokens. Like I haven't had that problem on the PlayStation. I've got all of the Ubers that I've wanted so far. And there's probably a few more I could buy that I might find useful at some point. But I've got everything I'm going to use for the moment for Ubers, so I'm just kind of sitting on those wyvern tokens now. I think I've only got like 150, 200 or whatever saved up. But like on my PC account, I had a lot. I mean, I had probably 600 after I'd gotten all of the Ubers. So it was nice to have something to spend them on. Yeah, I bought a few keys too, I think, to unlock a few of those carnival lockboxes. Now, I started this run, I don't remember. I think I had like less than 25,000 gold. So we'll have to see what I get. Now, like I mentioned, as you know, as people join and whatnot, I'm assuming someone will join. Now, normally I do my gold farming at more like 1 or 2 in the morning, so a lot of the people that I traditionally gold farm with are not going to be on quite yet. Decided to go a little bit closer to prime time on the Pacific coast of the US, as it's been just way too long since I streamed at a decent hour for the US viewers. Now there's quite a few people that are viewers and people that I play with pretty regularly from, you know, Australia, the UK, the Netherlands. Shout out to the Netherlands. Alright, so my buffs are done. I'm going to reboost them for the last 2 waves. I'm not going to bother with that popcorn machine. I think that'll get me. What am I at right now? 118,000, so I've gotten almost 100,000 already. That's pretty decent. I think I'll get 150-ish this run. I'll have to look back at the video and see what I was at before I started. Yeah, anyway, I thought somebody would join me by now. We've got, we're up to about 120 members, I want to say, in the PlayStation community, which is pretty awesome. You know, there's people putting groups together frequently. You know, now it's not constant right now. As we get more members, I'm sure it will be. But it is frequent. You know, from gold farming runs to power leveling runs. Now, I was originally going to wait to do any power leveling runs until the Calling All Heroes update got here. And I'll definitely be doing a power leveling run then to get my Abyss Lord up to 50 on day 1. Hopefully within about an hour. But I want another Squire, and I really want another Huntress. Just as I like, those are heroes that I kind of like to have 3 of them parked. So I'm debating on maybe doing a little power leveling later. Start working on my Squire. Of course, power leveling, the thing to go is Harbinger's Warship Campaign Easy. And the loading screens and the cinematics that you can't skip. Of course, you can skip several of them, but the ones that you just can't skip, it definitely takes longer to play through them than it does to actually complete the rest of it. And in fact, when the next update comes, you don't even have to build to power level. So that will be really, really quick getting my next character up, because you know, when the experience gets shared by everything in your hero deck, you can then just, you know, come out on your DPS character and just burn them, and then that's going to make it really, really quick, not having to spend any time at all building. After this match, I'm going to go back in to the tavern. I'm not going to queue right back right away and look at that scavenger. I want to see what he's grabbing. I'm still not happy with the scavenger situation. I feel in my head that I'm not getting the gold from the items, and I don't know if that's true. And if I am actually getting the gold from the items, then I'm just a dumbass. But it seems to me like all those items that the scavenger picks up are just disappearing. And although it's not that much gold compared to what you get like per run for one of these runs, it's still a significant amount. Now, anytime I'm doing any Nightmare 4 maps, I never put anything to the scavenger. I always sell everything because it really does start to add up. Taking, that extra minute or whatever in between runs to go through and empty your bags, but it definitely adds up. Noisy ass loud truck going by. I don't know if you guys caught any of that. And let's see what we got per run. Like I said, I'll have to look back in the video. I forgot to look to see where I was at prior, but I'm thinking I was like 20,000 or less, or 30,000 or less. I'm not sure. I was run pretty dry on the gold. I am one broke ass, so I need. Well, I'd like to get 1 million at least tonight. If people join in and we get a 4-man group, then there's no doubt that I'll get maybe even 2 million tonight. One more, Betty. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Alright, so let's see what we ended up with for one run. Then I want to get back out and see what exactly the scavenger took. And I'm hoping he didn't take any prize tickets. But let's see here. It's all good, Forsaken. I'm assuming I'll still be playing something in a couple hours. I'm not sure if I'll still be live streaming or gold farming. The problem with doing the same thing so over and over and over, burnt out. Let's see. Alright, to take pet food in boxes, which is fine. I mean, I'd rather the pet food sells, so I'd rather open those boxes and sell them, but I can always go through that later. I don't see any prize tickets yet. Nope, no prize tickets. Awesome. Let me look, down here. See how many buffs I have. It's a ridiculous amount. I'm gonna eventually go through and just end up deleting a bunch of that shit. The only thing I definitely will never sell is those speed buffs. They are nice. Yeah, I got 3 of the little pet boosters left. Haven't seen any tickets yet. Okay, there we go. So I am keeping the prize wheel tickets. So I'm happy with what the scavenger's set at. I got, what, almost 100 bag space left. So let's go ahead and re-queue it up. Let me take a minute real quick and, like a lot of people from the community were unsure about the gold spheres. Basically, well, you got 2 gold spheres you want to be using here. The Hero Gold Bonus, Sphere 1, 15% chance for enemies defeated by heroes to drop 100 extra gold. Now when you see the gold splash on the ground, that's where that's coming from. Then I'm bringing that just for good measure with an increased 30%. Now the thing that makes the Gold Sphere 1 so powerful, of course, is that Jackpot passive. Got it on all my abilities. The Jackpot passive is indeed the shit. Anyway. Here's somebody. as you add people onto this, it goes so insanely fast. It's just ridiculous. I didn't even look to see who that was. Sharkson. It's Sharkson77. He actually has better walls than me, I think, so he will probably end up just throwing the walls down. Yeah, there we go. I've done this with Sharkson before. And that makes it a lot quicker too. Let's see. Sharkson, it doesn't really matter. I mean, all this stuff's so low level. Most of this gear that I've got here is all unupgraded prize wheel gear. I haven't had a chance to go through the massive Sharkson and I were doing this last night, and we burned through some gold really quick. That was nice. I got up to 1 million just really, really fast. Oh shit, I forgot to pop the buffs. Damn it! I wanted those speed boosts. I'm constantly forgetting that shit. Even when I need it. Anyway, I always got to make sure that sewer control gets destroyed. You don't want to kill those guys up in that top lane, as you want that extra lane of mobs coming out. Mainly that run speed buff. The run speed buff is, it's just OP for so many situations. You know, I like it when I'm like DPSing on the Harbinger. You know, I see people popping in that have a jackpot set as well, but they're using it on a huntress or whatever, and although you do kill the mobs really quick, you're losing that 15% jackpot on the shield, and that's why the Squire is the thing to use. Everything just dying. Get those buffs popped up here. There we go. Oh yeah! Mainly I just want to run real fast. Yeah, but it's first off, Anthony, welcome to the channel. But yeah, it's free to play, but the little starter packs and all that stuff, if you do have an extra few bucks, it's pretty handy to have around. Now, it's still a game that's in development. It's not at full release yet, so this is all like beta and early access type stuff. There's still lots of balance changes and updates that need to make it into the game. But it is fun as hell. And, you know, I tell you what, the original Dungeon Defenders game, when I first played it, I didn't like how cartoony it was. I thought there was too many bright colors, and it was just way too cartoony. And I actually put it down and didn't play it after it first released for probably about a year. And a friend of mine actually talked me into coming back and trying it out for real. And I ended up just absolutely loving it and dumping 1,000, 1,200 hours or whatever. into it. And the same thing with DD2. When it first came out, I mean, I really, really wanted to like it, but it felt so different than the original Dungeon Defenders. I didn't really care for it, and that's really where anyone who doesn't like the game right now is a big fan of the original Dungeon Defenders, and they just can't let go, because it's definitely a different game. It's got a lot of familiar aspects, but it is a different game, and I absolutely love it. But once you, once you get to that point where you, I guess, realize in your head that you shouldn't make comparisons between this one and the original, you'll like this game even more. And I mean, it's still got a lot of the original feel to it. Yeah, it's actually a little bit further advanced on the PC than it is here. June, the PlayStation should be all caught up with the PC. PC's a little bit further ahead, but it used to be the PC was a lot further ahead, so I like where the game's at currently. Now, I started off playing it on the PC, of course. And it was really hard to let go because I had so much time into that account already. Pretty close to 1,000 hours already on the Steam account. But I finally succeeded in letting go. And playing just the PlayStation only. Which won't be as near as painful once. Right now my main temptations are just things being further ahead on the PC than they are on the PlayStation. Once we're all caught up, I'll have no regrets. Nope, they said that there's not going to be any more wipes. So even though the game isn't technically released yet, you can almost call it released without content. I mean, right now it's still got a lot more needs to be added into the game before they can come to a full release. But they said the last time the characters were wiped, there would be no more wipes. Now there may end up being like some sort of inventory balance wipes or whatever. But most of those things so far have been really, really easy to recover from. You know, obviously I've got so much time into the game that I don't want to see any more character wipes, personally. I'd like to keep my progression, and I mean, I've got a lot of level 50s on the PC. On the PlayStation, I still need a few more to level up. But I've got like 13 or 14 or 15, I don't even know how many 50s on the PC. So when I get to that stage on the PlayStation, I'm really, really going to be glad that there's no more character wipes. But, you know, as the game develops and balances change in the game, they're going to try to minimize it, because they've had a lot of negative publicity with the existing wipes so far. Even though people should have expected it, as it was a game in alpha, and, you know, in pre-alpha even at one time, and people were still complaining. You know, you're playing a game that early in development, there's going to be some wipes, and that's, I think that is all past us now, though. But, yeah, the last major wipe, they said no more wipes, and they've stayed true to that so far. There was the one gear reroll, which that took like a day to recover from. But on the same note, anybody that played that gear reroll right had the stupid OP, ridiculous Frosty setup. And those items, of course, all got brought back down into par in the last update. What's going on, Dennis? Surprised to see so many familiar names watching the stream, considering it's such oddly different hours compared to when I normally would stream. But I'm glad you guys were able to swing by and check it out. Yeah, these walls are fine. Once you get 2 people in here, the walls just don't even take any damage. I mean, it's the smallest amount. When you're doing it by yourself, sometimes it's easier to let them bulk up on the walls, and then you can go and just mash them all down in a couple swings. With the speed boost, I just constantly swing and miss. Yeah, anyway, I'd like to blow 1,000,000 gold tonight on the wheel. I need to get, I still need a chest and gloves on my squire. My wall building squire, that is. I've got like a 23 or 24% chest. And then I think 24% gloves that I need to bump up, and that'll get me the rest of the way. Once you get 25% on everything, just a couple of upgrades, and you're over the 350k mark for starting walls, which is, you know, more than sufficient, needless to say, to do any of the current content. But, you know, the more the merrier. It's an awesome game, man. It's like I said, it's a kind of a, you have to play it and go through the whole it's not the original Dungeon Defenders in your head, and once you get past that point, you'll love the game. So I mean, even buying one of the starter packs or whatever, it costs so little to get into that it's, in my mind, it'd be pretty difficult to get that much entertainment for what you got into it financially. Nightmare Force changed a little bit too there, Smart One. They, you know, if you're a person that likes to play solo, which, you know, I play a lot solo. I play a lot in groups, but I play a lot solo as well. And I'm a person who likes to be able to solo Nightmare 4 maps. And they rebalanced it a little. But I mean, as you get your strategies down, and of course as you get your gear, you got to go through that original grind. When you first hit the Nightmare 4 stage, plan on visiting Life Route. If you want to do it solo, that is, plan on visiting Life Route many times to get all your characters geared up. Now, once you get a decent DPS character, then, you know, of course, it's easy to get into groups, even if your builders are not up to par. Now, most of the guys I play with are actually, because I had that 6-week roulette class I was teaching at work, most of the guys I normally play with are surpass me in gear. You know, Sharks in here that's playing with me now has got better gear than me. Panatha, our first Juice DD2 moderator, he's got substantially better gear than me. Just because he's had much more time. These runs you make anywhere between like 120 to, I want to say, like 180,000 per run. And when you get, particularly if you get in a group like this, you finish them in less than 15 minutes. I didn't bother rebuffing. We'll smoke this out pretty quick anyway. But yeah, you finish them in less than 15 minutes, so you end up making 100,000, or pardon me, $500,000 per hour. You know, you'll have one bad run where you'll only get like 115, 120,000 gold. Then the next one you'll come in and you'll get 170,000 or 180,000. Makes you feel a lot better about it. But Naxtilian on the PC actually went through and grinded all the maps and found which map he felt like was the best gold per hour, and this is the one. And you know, he does some good things in the game. He's done a lot of firsts with Nightmare 4. So I'm going to trust his numbers, and I've just kind of gone with it, and I've had good success. I mean, just since Jackpot became a thing on the PS4, I've gotten, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 million, something like that, off of this map. Yeah, Flunky, I started off on the PC. I've been playing Dungeon Defenders 2 for quite a while now. And that's how I know I love it, and that's why I do it so much on the channel, because I've grinded all these maps so many damn times. But yeah, I started on the PC and then moved over to the PS4. I'll be honest with you, it's one of the reasons I even have a PS4. I had an Xbox One, and it wasn't going to be coming to the Xbox One. And I've got a lot of friends that play on the PS4 as well. Yeah, I talked about that a little earlier in the stream. It's difficult, and every time new content comes on the PC, it makes it very tempting to dump my PlayStation account and go back to the PC. But I enjoy it. I enjoy playing it more on the console, I think. Now, of course, I could always plug a controller into my computer and use a controller on the PC, but I mean, like right now I'm live streaming and I'm kicking back on my recliner. I got my feet up in the air and I'm playing on the TV and watching comments on my computer. And it just, in my mind, it couldn't get more awesome in that aspect. And that really is what makes me want to stick with the PlayStation. Just because as far as actually playing the game, to me it seems more fun on the console. Completely relaxed, enjoying life. Yep, I guess I should get some mana here before I throw anything down. Oh, there we go. We get it built out so quickly. And that, of course, adds to the adds to your gold per hour too. The faster you can get it built, the better off you are. Yeah, Flunky, it's a month behind right now. And you know what? It used to be 6-8 months behind. And like I said, I mean, there's no denying it. That's the hardest thing. But when I'm looking at, you know, basically what I looked at is I can really see myself playing this game in a year. I mean, I just enjoy playing it that much. In a year from now, the PC and the console are going to be on the same rotation. In fact, according to yesterday's forum post in June, the PC and the PlayStation are going to be on the same rotation. And that's, you know, like I said, I still have my PlayStation or my PC account, and every time there's an update, I'd be lying if I didn't say I jumped in there and took a look at it. You know, like I leveled up Abyss Lord on the first day on the PC and everything else just to check it out. But that was all it, just to kind of check it out. I'm content with being slightly behind on the PlayStation right now, just knowing that in a month I'm not going to be anymore. So I know if long term I'm going to be playing the PlayStation, it's kind of silly for me to keep grinding, you know, time into the PC account. That's why. So yes, it is very, very tempting, yet at the point where I'm at in the game, it's a pretty easy decision for me to make. Where's he at? And that's pretty much how I made my choice. You know, it would be the best thing for my YouTube channel would probably be to stay on the PC and get all the newest content as soon as it comes out. However, even, you know, after June even, the PC is still going to get content a little bit further in advance than the PlayStation will. But it'll be a matter of days, not months anymore. But anyway, I've always been a strong believer of I'm never going to play something and put something on the YouTube channel that I don't enjoy playing just because I think that it would better the YouTube channel. If I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. And I can't say that I don't not enjoy it on the PC. Obviously, I love it. But I enjoy it more on the PlayStation. And you know, that's what keeps me here. That, you know, I haven't, you know, up until probably, I don't know, I want to say like a year and a half ago, I had been a dedicated PC gamer for probably 20 years. I mean, I've had consoles before, don't get me wrong, but prior to getting my Xbox One, the last console I had before that was a Dreamcast. Just to give you an idea of the time. A Dreamcast. That's right, I owned a Dreamcast. And at the time, I thought it was the best thing ever. No, Dennis, this is actually on Free Play Hard. It's, if you look at the amount of gold per hour you get, this map comes out to be one of the best best conversions of time per gold. You get a decent amount of mobs, yet they're really, really easy to burn through and kill. And that allows you to just get the Squire out, even in a mix and matched set of gear like I have now, and stack up that jackpot passive. So yeah, you want to, you know, there's no benefit. The reason you play the Nightmare maps when it comes to gold would be to get the items that sell for more money. Yet you get so much just from this jackpot passive combined with the Hero Gold Sphere that it makes the additional gold you would get from higher level gear pretty much not even close to a comparison. Yeah, see, the thing that gets me with consoles there, Smart One, is like when I got the Xbox, and when I first got the Xbox One, the reason I chose it was because the majority of my gaming friends played on the Xbox One. But one thing that I quickly realized is with all of the whole, you know, proprietary games, like games that are exclusive to Xbox or games that are exclusive to PlayStation, it irritates me. I want to be able to play whatever I want. And that was one of the benefits of having the PC, is you never had to worry about any of that crap. And that's really one of the main things that drove me nuts. Towards the end, when I was looking at, you know, anyway, what I was saying was I had most of my friends played on the Xbox, so I got the Xbox. And what ended up happening is I just wasn't enjoying really any of the newer games that came out. And I played several of the games on the Xbox. I did Fallout 4 and you know, a bunch of miscellaneous stuff on the Xbox. But some of the games that I really wanted to play were going to be PlayStation exclusive. And this, of course, being one of them. And then, you know, I was whining to the wife one day. That, and one of the other big, really big factors is, you know, a lot of people that I work with are gamers at the casino. And they all play on the PlayStation. So I wanted to play some stuff with buddies from work, you know. And the wife finally said, just go ahead, just get one and shut up. Quit crying, just go buy it while it's on sale. You know, so that's what I did. And that's, like, I've been playing the Division with friends from work, and that's just been insanely fun. As glitchy as that damn game is, it's still fun as hell. And it's just, you know, obviously I've got, from years and years and years of online gaming, I've got lots of friends over the internet that I play with pretty frequently, more than anyone else actually. But it's always fun to play with people that you know in real life. Yeah, it depends on the game. You know, like the Division on the console, you know, every shooter I've played really for the most part in the past was on the PC. And you know, with a decent gaming mouse and a decent PC setup, which I have, it makes any sort of shooter, I mean, ridiculously easy. You know, like every shot's a headshot. You know, and going from that to learning how to shoot with a controller on the console was a little bit of a challenge. But now that I've got the hang of it, it's, you know, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of the Call of Duty stuff. And I've played them all, don't get me wrong. They just got boring really quick. Just doing the same old grind. You know, the same maps over and over and over and over again. Which I guess it's the same thing that I'm doing right now. With DD2, for example, and the Division for that matter. But it seems like I'm doing it for a reason. At least if you get, you know, you get rewarded at the end. You know, I like the idea of progression and building a character. I don't mind gear-based games at all. I don't mind grinding out gear. You know, I played World of Warcraft for so many years that if you don't want to grind gear, then that's just not the game for you. But I like it too. It makes you feel like, you know, when you have to earn your set of gear, it makes you feel like, you know, it's better because you worked for it. See, my grandfather always said, things are better when you have to earn them. I guess he was right. I think he meant something entirely different, but it worked out where he's right on the money. Yeah. And that, you know, I don't think that'll ever end up happening. Xbox and, you know, Microsoft and Sony can't play nice. So there will, I don't know, I bet there will never be any sort of cross-platform. Who knows? Now, there's more and more of it coming into the PC, like the PC with the console. But you get your, you know, you get a group of friends. You know, I mean, obviously not everybody has got the Xbox and the PlayStation, which I'm lucky enough to have. But you know, I haven't had an issue finding people to play with at all. Yeah, mods on the PC are nice. Definitely. You know, a lot of games that, like Terraria, for example, you play through it fully once, all the way through, and you kind of want to play it again, but once you go through it on expert mode, it becomes almost pointless to do, unless you just want to do whatever. But the mods revitalize that game, you know. Minecraft, obviously. I like Minecraft when it involves Tekkit or some of the technical mods. I never got into any of the magic mods or anything else. But the thing that keeps that game so successful is the mods, definitely. Now, if it's a game that's progression-based, like, you know, of course there was a bazillion mods for the original Dungeon Defense.